Welcome to Patanjali Yoga Meditation. Today we wish to discuss second limb of Astanga Yoga. As you know, there are 8 of them, and first and second we have treated them as lifestyle issues. And last week we discussed the first one called as Yama. That is, how do we interact with others and what are our duties to others? Like we shouldn't hurt others, we should be truthful, etc. Today we are discussing the second limb, that is, Sanskrit term is Niyama, can be translated as what I ought to take care of my own self, what are my duties. These are certain things I want to do it. They don't quite affect others, but I need it to do it. I need to do them so that I can walk on the journey of Patanjali Yoga meditation. It has 5 elements, just like Yam also had 5 elements: ahimsa, satya, aste, brahmacharya, apayagya. Now there are 5 elements. The Sanskrit terms are Sauca, Santosa, Tapa, Svadhyaya, Isvara-Pranidhana. So let's look at it. It seems like a sequence is from outside to inward. So this has something to do with the body cleanliness, or you can say personal hygiene, which we are now very much concerned these days. So, if you are personally, all the waste products of the body have been discharged and you are fine, then that makes you feel good. So that feel good is very important to sit for meditation. So that is very first element. And as I said, the first and second yam and niyam are our lifestyle issues. So this is something we ought to take care throughout the day. Now, second is santosh, can be translated as contentment. This we have discussed previously in when we discussed being happy. So the journey, we want to go away from dukh to sukh, what is called, but that's the typical layperson's strategy of life. But Patanjali is suggesting it is not a good strategy to plan from dukh to sukh. It is rather good to plan dukh to santosh. So santosh is a sense of contentment where you train your mind that at the present, at this very moment, I am fine. So when you train your mind like that, Patanjali has a statement, Santoshadanuttama Sukhlabha. What he means is there is no better joy, better pleasure other than the sense of contentment. So if you are contented, you are always happy. That is the case he is building up. But let's say Santosh does not mean you are not making any further progress. You are just static. No, that is not to be treated like that. So the next is tapa, austerity. Here you are trying to achieve what you do not have. Like just now we discussed, we are all on the journey of Patanjali yoga meditation and we want to make continuous progress. So yes, I am contented wherever I am, but I want to achieve more than what I have. But just because I want to achieve more, it doesn't mean I am unhappy. I am contented at this moment, but I would like to move forward. And in so doing, this is also translated austerity as I will not be bogged down by ups and downs of life. In external forces, like it is too cold winter or too hot summer, or I am, all kinds of dualities are there in the external world. Sometimes somebody is very rich, somebody is very poor. All sorts of things happen in the world, but I should not be affected by those parameters and stay steadfast on the path of progress. Next is Svadhyaya. This can be interpreted in 2 manners. One is Swa means self, Adhyaya means focused and studying. So this can be said as self-study. Obviously, we should be, after our formal studies in school, college, universities, this is something we should carry on for the whole life, particularly in this context, study of literature that pertains to yoga, meditation, etc., towards what is called upward. So when we study Patanjali's philosophy, basically our purpose of life is why we are in this world. He says it is bhog and upward. Bhog is all kinds of actions we have performed and we have to taste the rewards, and also we should try to get away from the cycle of birth and death that is called upward. So the study of the literature that helps us in pursuit of upward or moksha, that is the meaning of self-study. But it can also be interpreted as study of self, you know, and that goes like introspection. And Patanjali has a statement on what he calls as Patipaksha Bhavanam. Or just a while ago, we were discussing, what all goes through in our own mind. So you should be slightly observing it, and that gives you an idea about your own self. Why mind throws in this kind of thoughts when I am in meditation, why I, this particular thoughts. So that tells you something about the state of your own personality, and it's all in our mind. That's what we say, and it is your duty to guide your own mind so that it is on a positive path. Finally, it is very personal thing is my relationship with that supreme consciousness called Ishwar, and Patanjali is suggesting Isvara-Pranidhana can be translated as surrender to Ishwar, or something like as if I usually the layperson goes through all kinds of actions called karma and has an eye on its reward, what is called karma phala. So he does so many things, and then he wants certain kinds of results, consequences, and certain rewards. But there is another idea of what is called nishkam karma, where it is detached action, as if you are doing action on behalf of Ishwar. So you are his agent or you are his ambassador in this world, and you are just doing as your master expects from you. Then like you work in an office or in a company, then you perform certain actions which are on behalf of what is expected from you by your supervisor, your manager, and that's it. So you want to do it because somebody expects from you. So if you live in this world as if you are performing certain things that are expected from you by the supreme authority, then you are cultivating Ishwar Pranidhan within you. And then, the life goes through certain changes. Then all these things happen by themselves. So that was very nice to discuss the second limb of Ashtanga Yoga today, Niyam, and we'll meet again next week and have a good time. Thank you very much.